Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to an empty driveway. For those of you who've been on subscribed to the channel for some time, you will know exactly what this means. An empty driveway either means my car has been stolen or a new project is being delivered. Mustafa, the new driver, uses the WhatsApp maps to show me his progress, and he is literally 5 minutes away. So I better put the camera down, go and get his money and await arrival. So see you shortly. Okay, here it is. Welcome to the new project. This is Project Evie. Already named it. Yes, I know it's a U. I know that's a U, not a V. But I thought Project Evie was a good name because the 3 is an E, isn't it? If people who have personalised number plates. So, welcome to Project Evie. Let's have a quick walk round, see what we got. So, I haven't done anything yet. First thing I'm going to do, it has got glass, so I wound the window down. First thing I'm going to do, as you know, is my favourite. So it's done 60,325 miles. It's a 2013. I'm trying to put the fake car bath in. We've got a nice little love hearts on the mirror there. Look, how lovely. Right, let's stick the key in the ignition if I can. Oh, God. Right, where were we? Yes, 60,325 miles. We don't appear to have any stereo sound, but there is an aerial on the roof. Let me just turn it down and see. Why not? There we go. It just wasn't. It's not getting capital for some reason. We'll worry about that later. Right, CD. Do we have any? 3 CDs. Come on. No. No, that's the second car in a row. I've not had any CDs, that's really annoying. Right, so, turn that off for a minute. What we got? No freebies in the front. We've got no handbooks. I did think there was a handbook in it, but it's not, it's just crap that's in there. So yeah, 60,325 miles. It's sucking fumes, so I better put some petrol in it. It's not even registering the petrol. One thing that saved me £24.95, we got that, which is fantastic. Got some free nuts down there, macadamia nuts or peanuts, I don't know, whatever they are. We got some mats which are rotten. No airbags gone, no warning lights on, which is good, apart from the stop start, but we won't worry about that. That may be the fact that it's just been turned off anyway. Yeah, it is. What else? Seats are the grey ones, which are dirty, as you can see. They're quite stained. Yeah, pretty dirty, usual sort of thing. What on earth? There's a nut there that has been cut. I wonder what that is. I dread to think. Another bit of it there. I wonder what that is. No doubt we will find out in the fullness of time. Let's have a look, see what else we got. Let's just turn the ignition off for a second. So in the back, we'll go over, look at the middle of the middle. Look at the outside of the car in a minute. So bits of paper. No clues as to who owned it before. Seatbelts are okay. That one is anyway. We have a missing headrest there. I do think I just saw the prongs of it sticking out the other side. Hopefully. Oh Jesus! Yes, the wing. I won't open this door too much because there is no damage on this door. Right, what we got here Oh, we've got yet another triangle. I've got 2 of those now. Yeah, nothing under there. Nothing in there. Let's have a look under the secret compartment. No gold. Oh, look at that. Oh, lovely. Oh, hang on. Look at the state of that. Oh, my life. I've not seen one like that before. What the hell is that? Is that mould? I don't know what it is. It's green, it's black, it's white. That is disgusting. Jesus. That is awful. We won't worry about that at the moment. We've got a little, whatever that is. Another mat. Some general rubbish under here. Oh, a poppy. Nothing in the door cards. Right. Damage. Oh, damage. I'm going to close this door actually. Damage wise, let's have a look round. Oh, probably a damaged door now. Okay, so front wing knackered, got to be replaced. The door is okay. The usual story on this sill, it's damaged there, and as you go along, it looked worse when it was up on the transporter actually when I was looking at it. But it is, yeah, there's a few little dings in it, so I'm going to have a go at repairing those myself. Obviously we need a new wing. Bonnet's dug in there, so that'll need replacing. I've not lifted the bonnet yet, funnily enough. Obviously, bumper, lights, bumper is annihilated. The badge is okay, the badge has survived, which is good, always a bonus. We got one of the whiskers, we got both of the fog light blanks, and we got one big whiskers. DRLs are both broken by the looks of it, or lugs anyway. I don't know whether they work, I haven't tried them yet. One headlight is smashed, the other one isn't. Let's I'm just going to put you on the tripod a second while I lift the bonnet. Bear with me. Let's get the bonnet up. Dirty engine, as always. Right. I'm assuming the front panel doesn't look particularly bent up. I'm sure it is, but it doesn't look it. Doesn't look it at all. Let's take you off of here again for a second. Right. Chassis leg is straight. This is always the worry because this is a Cat S. Yeah, that one's straight as well. Can't see if the tip is bent or not. I need to get a torch in there actually. Let's grab a torch. No, that one's straight. Yeah, no tip. Tip's okay as well by the looks of it. Might be tiny bit, I don't know. Doesn't look it. I mean, that doesn't really look particularly pushed back at all. Fan runs smoothly. So I'm hoping the radiator and condenser have survived. What hasn't survived is this, the state of it. Luckily I've got about 4 or 5 of these in the loft, which is handy. Windscreen's okay. Another car with no thingy on. I've got those, not a problem. So that headlight's super fine. No broken lugs on that one. You never know, the lug there might be broken, but we don't care about that. Well, we do care about it, but I've got lugs. This is obviously beyond repair. The wing's gone. I imagine that bracket in there is going to be gone. The inner wing will be fine. The tip may need... Normally that bracket is what takes the brunt of it on this corner. So hopefully it'll either bend back or a new bracket will be put on, one or the other. Depends whether the bracket itself is actually deformed in shape. If it's just been bent backwards, then it can just be straightened. But we won't know that until we get the bumper and the wing off. So, yeah, you saw the bonnet, didn't you? So there doesn't seem to be any, apart from this being dirty. Cam belt? No, it doesn't look like the cam belt's been done, so we'll have to do the cam belt on this one. The sticker's still intact. So we got one of those. Obviously we've got brand spanking new bumpers. We've got 2 of them in colour. We'll need a DRL. I haven't got one for that side. I may have to buy one. I've just bought one for this side, but I mean that one's probably repairable. That one might be repairable. Don't know. It depends whether the lugs are there or not. This side. Oh, windscreen. I think I said windscreen is absolutely fine. Runs, drives, 1 key. Total loss. Esure. The what's that? 0525/5. What the hell does that mean? I thought that was a date, but 25th of the 5th. Oh, outside. Oh, don't know what that means. Obviously, the 25th of May was when it went. Don't know what O/S stands for. On street. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, yeah, where were we? So we have a little bit of damage down here to the door. It's a little bit of a scrape. Now, I don't have a door, and I'm not going to put a door on for that. I'm not going to buy a door for that. So I, with my fantastic painting skills, will repair that. And also this side as well is a bit caved in on the, or certainly scratched there, a little bit caved in on the sill. So I'll have a go at that, and I'll repair that as well. Now I don't know what all this is all about. This looks like stickers of some sort. Something's been on there. It's filthy dirty as per usual. Now we come to the back. Now this is possibly the more serious of the damage. We also have got a little ding in there, which again I can do that. I've done one similar to that before, so I can do that one. So I ain't got to go to the body shop, which is good. Number plates I've already bought. Got the name of who sold it, so hopefully that will give us a clue for servicing. Now, back bumper, I showed you earlier, that back bumper up there is going back because it's rubbish. So I've still got to buy a back bumper, so I've got to find a decent one. It's a shame that the chrome bit and that is broken, because they're 50 odd quid on their own. So there's nothing in the quarter either side, so nothing really that this needs to go to the body shop for. Apart from possibly, obviously I've got a tailgate. I've got a tailgate with a black spoiler that came off a Cooey, so I'll be using that for this. Now, obviously this is, as I say, got to be replaced. The bumper bar has taken a lot of it, but the impact has been high. So it did show photographs that the wheel well itself is fine. The only bit that's been pushed back in is this panel here. So I think that this will straighten out fine. I won't know for certain until I get the back bumper off. If it needs to go to the body shop for a pull, or a body shop for a pull, then that's what I'll do. But I reckon I can probably do that myself. Obviously the guide for it being right is whether the boot shuts properly or not. When I put a new boot hatch on, obviously it needs to be able to shut. So that will be the first thing I'll be doing. I'll be doing the back of this car. So yeah, that's it. I think it runs fine, it drives fine. It's got a new tyre here by the looks of it. Don't look like it has been used. So we've got the full toolkit. So I say there's no don't think there's any damage down there at all. It all looks fine. All it is this top bit, but I won't know for certain until I get the back bumper off and get the bar off. I bought a new bar, and obviously that's the beauty of having the bar. The bar takes the vast majority of the impact, but that looks like it's gone in quite high. But yeah, I mean, I knew this was going to need doing, and I say I think I'm going to be able to do this myself. If I can't, then it will have to go to the body shop to get done, but I'll give it a go anyway. But as far as any painting or anything like that is concerned, and any of these dents like down in this sill, which I will do, but I'll do that myself. And it is filthy dirty as they always are, and I'll give it a clean shortly. The wheels, we've got that tyre. All that tyre's got a great big bulge in it, so that'll need replacing. And it's not got hardly any tread anyway. So yeah, so that's one new, but then I've got wheels, haven't I? I can just swap them over, and then at my leisure get a new tyre on that side. Other wheel, back wheels don't normally get curbed. That looks like quite, oh yeah, that's quite a new tyre on there. This side, yeah, same on there. This one, or this one's low as well. Yeah, so that one will need replacing. So it's 2 new tyres. What we will do is I'll give it a wash shortly. I need to charge my phone up because it's I've been doing quite a lot of recording today, so it's running out of charge. We won't worry about the front too much at the moment. I want to get the back done first. But first thing, yeah, it's a clean. It's a good clean. So I've got most of the parts. The only thing I haven't got, apart from possibly the odd light, the only thing I haven't got for this is a back bumper. The back lights are okay. One of them's got some moisture in, so I might take that out and try and see if I can get that out, dry it out a bit. They do that, unfortunately. Back shelf is under there. I've already spotted that. I'll take that spare wheel out and get it out of the way for now, and then we can put the back shelf back on. Yeah, the lights all work on here. That works, even though I think it's broken. I can take the actual mechanism out, and that can go on one of the other ones. And the light works as well. Works fine. Yeah, so all looking good so far. Yeah. What do you think? Good project? Bad project? Pile of junk? What do you reckon? What did I pay for this? I don't think I told you that. I paid, the hammer price for this was $975. There was some fierce bidding going on. I did it, I was at work when I bid on it, so I couldn't film the bidding. But yeah, hammer price was $975. And I think I'll let you know for certain when I upload this video, but the total price was 1,200 and something. So I don't think that's too bad. So age-wise, so it's 2013 with, what was it, 60,000 miles on it. That does sort of close-ish. Yeah, 60,000 miles. Obviously, oh yeah, bonnet. I've got bonnets. I've got two bonnets, 3 bonnets in colour. I ain't changing those hinges because I always have grief when I change those hinges, and I don't think it needs it, to be honest. For some reason, it's a strange one. Oh look, how weird is that? Full Duratec. It's got a Ford airbox on it. I wonder why. How weird is that? So this all needs a damn good clean up. I don't know. I have got a front panel. I'm not convinced it needs one. It may be a little bit slightly bent there, possibly. Not sure. But if it all shuts correctly, then we won't need to worry about that. Obviously the bars are going to be knackered, at least the top one anyway. Oh, actually, I say that. They might have even missed those bars, you know. They may even be okay. I have got new ones. I bought a front panel with both bars, radiator and aircon condenser, and I reckon all of those, certainly the aircon condenser and the radiator, I think they're all going to be all right. Can't just have a look at some fluid. Or you know what I must do is, first thing I normally do is check the oil. Yeah, there's loads of fluid in there. So it's obviously holding fluid, and I don't reckon it's going to be bent up at all. It doesn't look pushed back. It doesn't look pushed back at all. So I think that's going to be okay. I will check the oil in a second, see what that's like. Yeah, all looks good. All looks good. So I'm just going to have some lunch, and then I'm going to get the jet wash out, give it a good clean. I'll get the snow foam on it, give it a good clean. That'll be its first clean, and then we can start stripping down the back. Getting that back, definitely getting that back done first. So yeah, I'll put you on time lapse for the old snow foam session, and we get it clean. So I've obviously not bothered to put snow foam on the bits that are coming off. Absolutely pointless. So I've just gone over the rest of the car. So I'm going to leave it a few minutes and give it a rinse off, and then we'll. I think what I'll do is I'll probably turn it round, facing the other way, and start working on the back. I think start getting that off and trying to get it back into shape. Well, I've started giving it a bit of a wash. Started getting everything out of it. This is going to need a pull. I mean, I can probably improve on this. Obviously we don't know what that bit beyond there is like still at the moment, but from what I can see at the moment, that's going to have to go to the body shop and be pulled. I think that's a bit too much for me to be able to do. Obviously it should be straight like that, and it's zoop, zoop. So it's gone in, and obviously that's obviously where the point of impact was. So I could probably knock that back a bit. I am going to have a go at it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it sufficiently. I'm going to have a go at getting this bumper off now, because once I've got this off, I can get that bar off, and I can also assess the damage. And before I put that new bar on, I've got the old temporary bumper that I put on to the fake car bath. I can just put that on just for the time being, just so there's something on there, and then I can assess what it's like underneath. But I think either this back panel's got to be cut out, or it needs a pull. I'll take it to the body shop and see what they say. I think it can probably be pulled out. I don't think it looks okay down the bottom. It looks all right down there, and the wheel well is fine. I knew that was fine because there was photos from underneath in Copart, surprisingly. So it's really, as far as I can tell at the moment, it's really just this piece, but it may well be the back panel as well. The back panel is quite thin, is easy to bash out. I've bashed them out myself before. It's just that bit where it's got that kink in it, it might be a bit too much, but we'll give it a go and see how it goes. If it's no good, then we'll get it to the body shop. It's got to be done properly, so yeah, if I can do it myself, so much the better. I'm not sure if there's a kink there as well. Yeah, there's a bit of no, I think that's just been pulled up. But yeah, I mean, it can be tapped down with a hammer, and yeah, we'll see. It's only, as I say, it's only thin. It's a thin. That's the seam, obviously, where that bit joins. So we'll see. We'll see what I can do with it, and then we'll get it. If it's not good enough, we'll get it to the body shop and get them to do it properly with a dozer. If they say it's too much for a dozer, then I will get that back panel. I know you can buy those back panels and get them to cut it out and weld it in. If that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. Not the end of the world. I'll tell you what we'll be glad to do. When I replace this hatch, it's so lovely getting the hatch off and then being able to jet wash that. Look at the state of it. That's never been cleaned since this car was bought, is it? It's like it all the way along. Neglect. We'll have to inspect these as well before I replace these, because I did this on one of the other cars once before. And I unthreaded it all and threaded it all back, and there was something not working. I can't remember which car it was now. And when I looked at it, the wires were gone and it had to be repaired. So we'll inspect that at the same time. If it needs repairing, we can repair it. So I'm going to start getting all the bits and pieces off of the bumper. I'm getting low on battery on my camera, so I need to just crack on and do this, and then we'll show you it afterwards. So once I get the bumper off, I'll show you what the damage is like, and we'll get that bar off as well and have a good look. So we know it's okay that side. It's just this side we've got this little kink in here. As I said, I can do that bit myself. That's not a problem. Bumper brackets are probably broken, I would imagine. Certainly the centre one, if not all of them, but I've got all of those anyway. So I've got a lot of this stuff. The panel that was on here was broken, so not only a bit. You could have got away with it, but I've got 3 or 4 of them in the loft, so I might as well put a new one on. The rubber's intact, so that's fine. Actually, is it? Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, rubber's intact, so that's not a problem. Okay, let's get on with it. I'm going to get the camera on charge while I'm doing that, and then I can film afterwards. So I sort of guessed that this was going to be like this. It was a bit of a educated guess as to there was going to be this extra damage, but it's not too bad. It's not as bad as it could have been. Anyway, let's get on with it, and we'll come back once I've got this bumper off. So that didn't take long. It took me about 10 minutes to get that off. So it looks pretty much like the bar has taken the brunt of it. No crash cans have gone either side, but it's whatever it's hit. I think this has probably hit something, and then something's hit it from behind. Whether it was a motorbike, no, probably not. Probably a car that's probably swerved and caught it on the corner, I expect. Obviously it's done that, which I'll take off. But the bottom looks as if it's come out pretty unscathed, pretty much unscathed. I don't think it's even touching, although it does look very, very, very slightly deformed, just sort of here. So I reckon it's just about touched it. So that's done its job yet again. However, of course, there's no protection here. So I reckon, possibly, that I might be able to bash that back. But we're going to give it a go. I'm gonna drill the rivets out on that bumper bar. As I say, I've got another one anyway. I'm going to take that bar off now. I'm going to give it all a good clean up, take that off, give it all a clean up, and then assess it again and see what we can do with it. But it's all not looking too bad at the moment. It's absolutely filthy, as they tend to be, but dirt comes off easy, doesn't it? Dents not so. Anyway, let's attack it. Let's get this bar off and have another proper look underneath. Right, the bar is off, and I've taken off the you know, what do you call it, the bracket, the centre bumper bracket. That's, my wife's just sent me a WhatsApp message saying be quiet because I was drilling. Yeah, so looking at this now, down here, bearing in mind the whack is this side, apart from very slight indentation there, or deformity, it's not even, I wouldn't even call it a deformity, it's exactly the same. That's almost got a little bulge outwards, if anything. Everything else is exactly the same as that side, the shape of it, everything. I don't know if maybe there's a little bulge just there, possibly, but that's a bulge outwards. You wouldn't expect to see a bulge outwards. You'd expect to see a bulge inwards, but that is pretty straight. I mean, that's the bottom of it there, which I'm banging, and that is straight. So I think the only bit is maybe here slightly, which is nothing. Not quite sure where that is. Maybe this bit here. So obviously the top bit, I don't think this is going to be a problem, you know. I mean, I've got to shape that bit, but this, I reckon I can bash this back into shape. I don't reckon, I thought this was a bit of a kink, and it may be, but it's also a kink that side, which is not touched, so I think it's just kinked it a little bit. It just needs warming up maybe, and bashing gently with a dolly, maybe the other side, to get it the right shape. So I'm going to have a little play around with it, but I'm going to clean it all up first, get the old elbow grease out and give it a good old clean up. At least that way I don't end up with hands like that when I'm working on it. I think that'll be the first bit I'll do. I'll warm that bit up and then just try and bash it back into shape. I haven't actually got any dollies, but I'm sure I can improvise with something. Yeah, let's give it a go. Right, I've done what I can. I've put the rubber back on now. I have straightened this bit out, pretty much perfect, almost perfect. That bit, I've straightened it out a bit, but as you can see, it's still bowed in. The problem with this is, because it's double skin, at least, yeah, it is a double skin. If I bash it from that side, I'm only bashing that side, I'm not bashing the other side. So it is going to need a pull. And of course this down here as well, which I sort of realised it's gone a bit, that needs bashing out as well. I can probably bash that bit out. But this will definitely need a pull. As you can see, I've heated it up and attempted to pull it, but yeah, it's got to be done properly, so it's going to have to go to a body shop and get it done. I mean, it's not a big job by any stretch of the imagination, if you've got the right kit, which I haven't, of course. Presumably you can put something into that hole and just pull it, I guess. It's a really easy job for someone who's got the right kit, and the knowledge, of course, which I haven't got. It could have been a lot worse than it is. It is only superficial. It's not a structural part of the car as such. If the floor pan was bent, that'd be different. If the floor pan was bent, then that is sort of a structural part of the car. The whole floor pan is sort of as a crumple zone. But this little bit here, I mean, it is a crumple zone to an extent, but yeah, it's got to be pulled to make it right. So I will have to get that done at some point. there's plenty of work to do on this car, plenty of work to do. So for the time being, I've just got the bumper out here that was off of Project Cooey, as you remember, which was most recently on the blue one. So obviously I'm not putting that back on yet. I won't put that back on until I've had this pulled. So it can just sit on for the time being. I can put the lights back on, then I can sort of get the car moved around and then make a start on this. That'll be on the next video when I'll get that done, and then after I've done that I can make a start on the front. Once we've got the front done, we can then take it and get this pulled. So it's not a massive job, but obviously it all takes time, and I'll the bloke that I use for bodywork, as you know, does me good prices. He's very, very slow, very slow. He's still got Project Henrietta. I was hoping to get it back this week, but I've not heard from him. He told me last week, beginning of last week, that it was in primer, and that's when I took that wing down there. Obviously he had to prime that as well, but I expected him to be doing the painting last week, and I thought I was going to get a call from him this week. I mean, it's only Tuesday today, so I might still get a call. But yeah, I will take it somewhere else, and I'll find somewhere else locally that does this, and get a price for doing it. I've got no idea what it costs. I know some people have said to me in the past they've had some pulling done on chassis legs and whatever, and it's cost quite a lot of money, but I don't think it should do. I don't see why it should. But we'll get prices anyway. One way or the other, we'll get it done. Even if it does mean cutting that out and getting a new one welded in, I don't think that's necessary at all. You can see the seams. This is clearly where it joins. So it's literally that back piece there. It's going to be cut out and put in. But if someone, I mean, you don't see this, so as long as it's straight enough, like the boots close and what have you, then that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's got to be better than it. It can't be like that. It's got to be done properly. So that will be coming at a later date. But for the time being, we're going to get this bumper on. Let's just see what it looks like once we've got the bumper on. A vast improvement, I would imagine. There you go. You'd never know until you come here. Obviously, you'd see the bumper bar, not the bumper bar, the bracket there. But as you can obviously see, now we've got a bumper that's not pushed back. You can now see that, of course, you've got a bit of a gap there where you'd normally see the bumper bar. I keep calling it the bumper bar. The bracket. You'd normally see the bracket there, but as you come along, the gap gets bigger. So, of course, that's the reason. I think what I might do, I might have a look and see how much one of these panels is to source. And if they're cheap enough, then I've got a welding machine. It's just getting the old bit off. I've not really got anything decent that I can cut with to get the old one out, so I'd rather get it done somewhere. But we'll see anyway. But at the moment, that's just tidying it up a bit, just to stick the car on the driveway, which is the main thing I want to do. So I'm going to stick the lights back on, and then we'll call it a day on this one, I think, for the time being. So you've had your walk around. Tell me what you think about it. I say the next job is going to be the hatch. I think it's clean now, so it don't look quite so bad. I didn't go mental with the cleaning, but I mean, all this muck and that, what have you's got to come off. But it's I haven't got a wing yet. The wings are either really expensive or they're all driver's side, which is odd. But yeah, we'll attack the hatch for. I want to get the back done to a degree. Obviously, I am going to get a new bumper. When I've got a new bumper, I'll put the new bumper on, even though, you know, obviously the back's not ready. But what I'm hoping is I can at least, I may have another attack at that, because when I get the new hatch on, I want to make sure it closes properly, because at the moment it might close better than it did, but of course the hatch itself is bent, so it may not shut. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, as you know, as I said before, the one that's coming off a Cooey, that came off a Cooey, is the one that's going to be replacing the nice dented in one, and then this one can go for scrap. So that's it for the time being. So I hope you enjoyed the walk around. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're going to enjoy this project, Project Evie. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.